This episode of The General's Gentleman is sponsored by Ashes of the Singularity. Take control of epic battles in a massive scale RTS where you control thousands of units. With up to 14 players per game, it's the biggest RTS to date.
Welcome to The General's Gentleman.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a 3v3 game. And this is actually, it is a 3v3. You may not believe us, but it is a 3v3. It's not on DEF CON, so that's probably why there's a bit of confusion. You think that it would automatically order this?
You would, wouldn't you? I mean, considering League of Legends only just started doing that, it probably isn't too bad that, you know, 15 years ago they decided to not put the effort into properly ordering
I hate spy drones, because you don't know, like, you see 5 players' vision. Alright, let's try and intro these players. Team 1's Dominator, who is the vanilla GLA. Who else was that? So Team 1's also Ringo, who is the laser. And lastly, it is Exile, as the GLA vanilla as well.
The opponents for today will be up the top right, Mr. Chimeria. He's going to be
You're doing your own thing
as our USA laser. Yeah, I'm going from the top down just to mix it up a bit for the viewers. Mr. Xezon as our China nuke.
Xezon's the guy that makes
Xezon.
Gentle.
Okay, right. So you pronounce it Xezon.
Yeah, you said Xenon.
Yeah,
like it's clearly not an N.
Okay, yeah, but like, how do you spell Xenon?
Xezon.
Xezon.
I actually don't know, but you may offend people because like this guy is basically the third coming of Jesus.
I know who
he
the
made
dude is.
Gentle.
Yeah, Xezon. So we're saying Xezon then?
Xezon.
We're rolling with
Xezon.
Xezon. I like it. Huh? Yeah, I believe. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, Sexie as our China infantry.
And we're off.
Man, our intros are so clean. That's probably it's probably my favorite thing about the General's Gentleman, how clean their intros are.
Well, I don't think you can ever have a non-sloppy intro in a 3v3. The 3v3 intros are always going to be just hectic. Heckers, bruh.
Totes heckers. Fully nuts.
Do you want to translate heckers for the non-Australian viewers?
Pretty hectic. I don't even know if hectic
Heckers.
translates. Yeah. Hectic is
hectic
crazy.
of extreme severity.
Yeah.
That is what heckers means. The trainer was pretty heckers, mate.
Yeah. Bro, did you see the Midland Trainer has new trains?
I heard it.
Yeah.
I haven't gone there though. Yeah, the train line that like we're near is like the oldest and crappiest train line. So we always have these really dingy, awful trains. Apparently we've got new ones. Are they the ones that have like the horizontal
I haven't
seats?
been there, but I'm guessing so.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm hoping they're super cool.
Because the across seats are really bad. You have so much wasted space, where with the horizontal ones, there's a lot more room.
Yeah. So more room for drug deals and stabbings and things like that, which is good. Always a positive. And hopefully there'll be some crazy stuff going on here as well. 3v3s tend to be pretty nuts, as we can see already. Lots of colourful dots on the map.
Upgrade.
Nothing too interesting happening early on though.
There's a lot of dots. Oh, the worker actually trying to build a tunnel here though, but I think that is actually the world's worst bunker. Wow, nice bunker, bro. You can't even deny this tunnel. He's gonna have to evac that and actually fire it manually. Technically gonna be denying this one, but gets back in the bunker. He can fire that way. He just can't fire up the hill.
Micro, we see Chimeria pushing out in the middle. Not sure who's going with. Looks like it's just the, I suppose that's one way to take out a tunnel network. Just go heads first in with these missile defenders. Nice firewall coming out as well. Going to be denying those RPGs and any tunnel pops.
Yeah, that's gonna open up the supply as well. Exile supply is pretty close. Nuke Battle Master, bunch of missile defenders. Pretty good teamwork here.
Ringo, it seems, managing to slip a V into the back lines of Chimera's base, however. Up the top there. Yes, he does indeed. A couple of missile defenders in the area. Having no Chinooks go down. That's certainly a positive.
Nice catch. Will be the the nuclear battle master taking out quite a few of those workers. He actually tried to go for the Humvee. Would have got all of the workers if he stayed on the worker line when he blew up.
Exile decides to tunnel pop down the bottom, denies the garrison. Down the bottom there, denies the garrison, knocks that RPG out of position. Quad RPG is going to be rolling forward to take out these bunkers, and here comes the first bunker licks of the game as well.
Yeah, very potent here. There is a Rock V. Going to evac the missile defenders, looking for a laser lock. The Humvee is still here, bear in mind, so he's going to be denying that mining time.
Yeah, no tow missiles at the moment, but still a couple of missile defenders inside of that one, so plenty for the moment to deny any mining coming out from Chimeria. And with this map, there aren't that many base supplies, so you don't really have the option to just move your Chinooks over to another supply.
Right, so the 2 oils here. Is it 2 supplies per player?
I don't think it is, unless there's.
Supply,
oh no, it is. Oh no, it is. It is
player.
two per player.
Plus
Yeah, I was
oil.
thinking that there was only a couple of forward ones, but it looks like there are 2 as well as the oil derricks. Still, Fortunate's not exactly most efficient at mining from one supply.
This is so unbalanced for GLA, because both China and USA can have their harvesters harassed over the water here, but GLA
busted.
won't. Unless you put like a Jarman in there or something. Regardless, this could be potentially quite campy. I mean, look at these choke points here. We're gonna have some laser patriots being built. Could be hard to break through if we see a bit of a turtling up.
Bunkerlick's being very well microed by Sexie. Certainly a
Whoa.
staple for him, and a sneaky tunnel is actually going to get a decent pop here machine. A lot of quads going to be popping out here.
Yeah,
Bunkerlick really can't help out.
this is the USA's base, so these Chinooks cannot mine. Pretty quick overlord coming out of the China nukes. That's going to be very effective versus all of these GLAs, the GLA quads. It is, of course, the stealth GLA, so he has to be careful about a Jarman or even a hijacker. I think he's going to be capping the oil with Lotus.
There's also a big RPG rave party inside of the big house garrison there machine. As you can see, the amount of RPGs firing out of that thing is going to be really deadly for any overlords that try and walk up to it.
Bunch of Vs here as well. Could go for the Chinook in the corner.
ECM's going to be collecting some of those RPG shots coming out. That's really nice. However, the quads are still in the corner.
Yeah, going for the power. Trying to kite away these overlords.
Very nicely microed here. The V's managing to sneak through. They're going to be careful. I believe the Bunkerlicks is still up if it does find a moment to sweep in here. More ECMs could be pumped out here by Xezon.
Mass evac with his Humvees. Make it one of these overlords. So the ECM still alive for now. ECM not going to be deflecting. There she goes. Probably was a waste of Humvees, actually. He didn't kill that much, did he?
Not a lot, machine. No, kind of a couple of buildings. They kind of bought a bit of time as well. It's probably going to cost an oil derrick here. Also forced the army to pull away from this supply, so that means our man at the top, Mr. Chimeria, still isn't mining, so not a lot of units being produced by him. Certainly is that factor as well.
Yeah, oil goes down as well. Definitely a foothold secured in the right side of the map now. 3 tunnels.
There we go.
The splash damage there. There go all the RPGs. Can't get back into that tower in time, but there's actually a few of them in there. That's like a quad, look at that. It's like a 4-barreled tank of some kind. So
a Marauder with 6 scrap.
Yeah.
6 scrap Marauder.
You
firing
get
out
6
of
scrap, but it just turns into a turret, a massive tower with 4 barrels. 2 helixes here, but there goes one of them. I hear minigunners somewhere. This must be Sexie as the infantry, but loses one of them. Yeah, the assault helix.
Only one helix going down, that's nice. Probably not enough minigunners in the mix to deal with the missile defender pop coming out, but also no laser lock, so one of them does survive here.
Look at this bunkering up by Sexie. He's got 2 fortified bunkers, bunch of mines as well. I bet you they're pretty empty though. Oh no, wow, those are chocolate. Okay, that one's not, but that south one is. Maybe it's a mind game, is that his opponent sees how full one of them is and just assumes the other one is as well. But this is a pretty good army of the overlords, but the thing you have to bear in mind in team games, there's a lot of support powers. Especially if there's things like the Toxin Rebel ambushes or Demo Rebel ambush. But I believe they're both vanilla. Oh yeah, it wasn't stealth. I just thought stealth tunnel. Yeah. Because you get the upgrade when you're GLA vanilla.
I was just about to say, we kind of have to see some demo bikes being constructed rather than just built here machine. Taking out this mix of just overlords and ECMs is incredibly vulnerable to those demo bikes, but see them created. Lotus also goes for a shutdown.
Wow, it's just on a technical, so maybe that one's a tech RPG or something?
It certainly could have been machine, so we won't find out, but it is the, of course, the Lotus of Xezon, who was balling pretty hard at this stage of the game. The Overlord army is going to be really hard to deal with. I certainly haven't heard a Search and Destroy come down.
Is that actually a Tech Terror? Looks like it. Going for the prop center, or is he just... Oh, yeah, wow. It's actually a Tech Terror, and he gets the prop center. That was a bit of a misplay, because it did shut down the technical, but there was no follow-up. So it was able to get through, take out the prop center. At this stage, we're going to start seeing some of the secondary economy.
begin to be thrown down. And since our battle lines are really pretty firmly drawn, it's fairly safe late game economy as well, short of General's powers.
Actually, you can probably fire Inferno cannons and nuke cannons over the edge. Even an Overlord may be able to just fire that far. It's not that much of a distance. Even actually flashbangs could probably fire that far. So interesting supply placement.
All sorts of ways to deny. Which can be fun.
I'm definitely liking this map though, just because it's something different.
Man, I'm digging the blue tread on everyone's tires.
Yeah. It is strange, isn't it?
It's original, I like it. Everyone else walking around with like white wall tires and stuff, and everything in this game seems to have blue ones, so.
You can make some very exotic art using the trail. Oh, big push out though.
So just going to be going for a shutdown as well. Got to start denying some of these.
Whose Lotus is that?
Humvees.
Sexy. So that's
Sexy's
the same
Lotus.
team.
Yeah, same team. Double Lotus, very scary.
Yeah, that's
a
pretty
Super
nuts.
Lotus and a regular Lotus. Can you imagine the damage that they can get done?
Maybe if they stay together long enough, Super Lotus trains the regular Lotus on how to be a Pro Lotus.
Gives better veterancy.
Yeah, but this is just so many Overlords. He's got ECMs, he's got GATs, he's got the Lotus Disables mixed in. How can they fight this? It's actually a terrorist there getting gunned down though. There's Gatling cannons, there's propaganda, towers. There's actually a decent amount of Vs, but Vs versus Overlords heads up with all of those ACMs isn't the best.
I mean, surely he has a strat center, but I haven't heard it. I mean, look at Ringo. Does he have a strat center? Is Search and Destroy up and running?
I don't know.
I'm just trying to look at the range, but I just haven't heard it go off yet. That's a really nice carbon bomb coming in from Xezon, but it does actually miss up to the side here. The Beast thankfully pulling away for Ringo, but it's a seriously high tier army. Obviously, every single key on Xezon's keyboard is broken apart from the one that builds Overlords and ECMs. Spamming them out.
I mean, if I lost all my keys apart from the ECM and Overlord button, I wouldn't be mad. Alright, Jarman Snipe's going to be a good way to start this off, and another Overlord here. As we see some buggies, but it's a little bit late. There isn't that critical mass of buggies just yet.
Would like to see some of these.
Oh, is that Tech Terror?
Tunnels start getting taken out, yeah, but it gets absolutely demolished here, machine. I would like to see some of these oils getting taken out. I suppose the main qualm for this Overlord army is they are running into each other quite a lot.
Oh, Jarman got crushed by the Overlord. You can't crush Jarman with regular tanks, but the Overlord you can. Needs to make sure his ECMs aren't disabling like that. He actually may run out of ECMs here, and look how many Humvees there are. If there's no ECMs, these Overlords are very vulnerable.
This entire army could be demolished, Machine Harrow. It seems as though Xenon wants to back away, and he's actually rallying his army towards this bottom where Exile is going on a massive counterattack with these squads.
Yeah, that's going to be a mine drop, I believe, or maybe even an EMP. No, it is the mine drop. Getting collapsed upon by a lot of Gatling tanks. Overlord getting picked off. But that was a pretty successful push. But still a lot of Vs remain for Ringo. These could take out these Overlords if Xezon isn't careful.
There certainly is a possibility. A bit of a Gat army actually going to be coming up as well here for Xenon. He's moved away from those tech choices. Probably started building these once the propaganda center went down and just left them on build. Probably going to work out some a couple of these Vs as well now.
There's an arty strike somewhere. Strat center. Ooh.
Nice.
There's actually Crusaders being mixed in. I do like that though, given how many Gatlings there are. And just using the Crusaders at the front to soak up shots. Because the Humvees are very squishy versus the Overlords, and Overlords have a lot of range, so it's hard to kite.
As long as the, there we go. I knew I didn't hear Search and Destroy. Now, unless that was Chimeria, certainly also is a possibility. Here we see a big engagement. Xenon's going to be going directly in here. A lot of these Vs going to be sniped down. The Gets are firing, as are the Overlords as well. The Vs aren't really kiting here, but there is a massive... What even was that?
Chain detonation?
Chain detonation,
no
I'm guessing.
isotope.
Yeah, there was no isotope.
And you rarely see the chain detonations with the Overlords. It's only Battle Masters. But yeah, that was a lot of dead Overlords. But still, the army has held on for now. Going to be punishing the base of Dominator.
One of these Battle Bus Eye still up and operating. Let's get a few more snipes down before these RPGs are shut.
I see a Burton.
A Burton from Ringo has snuck into the base. So we'll indeed keep an eye on that, Mr. Machine. I'm still also going to be going down here, but it was a chain detonation. It's so weird to see that on Overlords because it's so rare to see that many Overlords in one big cluster and not have the isotope.
Yeah, we don't have any nuke MiGs. That's generally a really nice transition. And actually a battle bus sneaks through. Burton's going to be bombing the War Factory. There's a Lotus in the base as well. Here's Xenon's Lotus. Detects the Jarman. Still no ECM reinforcements.
So all these key structures going to be sniped down. Finally, the battle bus gets taken out.
Oh, the Burton went down too. Nice pick up there by Chimera.
He's going to be finishing that on one up. Looks like the spy drones. Overlord's getting slaughtered here.
What is this? Look at that micro there.
This is the new strat. You got the ambo there to heal the missile defenders.
Nice.
Ouch, it's a really nice tech terror coming in.
It's
Good
two
stuff from Exile.
Overlords. The third one very weak as well.
That was really well played. The missile defenders were being healed by the ambo, and the ambo was cleaning up the radiation from the Overlords as well, so the missile defenders just weren't going down to the Overlords. That was cool.
So we have another battle bus snuck through, taking out the Strat Center, some other buildings as well, and there's a Humvee counter attack. Looks like there's a lot of secondary economy for Exile and for Ringo. So maybe this game's going towards our West team, and just, again, the battle buses are just so mobile, and their damage res buildings is very fast.
It really does seem like a real lack of static defense coming out here from our right side team.
Yeah,
has cost them.
It's weird because this is the choke point. There's three. This is a pretty wide one, but constantly we have the battle buses sneaking through the top, through the middle, mainly the top, and on this map, yeah, it's probably worth just getting a bunker or a Patriot, like laser Patriot especially, since we have a USA laser. And that's what we see from the West team. They have tunnels, they have some Patriots lying around, and not much left actually for Chimera as far as buildings.
Doesn't have a whole lot of machine. Decent sized V army, I suppose. That's about it. A lot of the quads have ended up being sniped down here for Xezon.
Yeah.
More hackers hacking for Sexie, which certainly makes sense given he has the super hackers.
I mean, it's a very late hacker transition though. He's not even mining hacking properly. 0 Hour is the only game where hacking is actually allowed.
Yeah. I don't know, maybe they moved too far up in the hills and they now have an Archon Hawk internet connection, so...
yeah.
I don't know, maybe not. They're all good.
It's very inconsistent though, because you're allowed to hack the internet for funds, but you're not allowed to scud bug. Like, what's the difference? They're both hacking, right? But anyway, we are going to have another Overlord army with some Crusaders, some Humvees, some Ambos, but it looks like the income is going to be too good here.
Yeah. I don't feel this is one of the only ways that we can see our right side team come back into this game is by going for one big push and taking out the remainder of the base here for Exile, for Ringo. They are just so well cemented in that top left-hand corner of the map.
That's a nice mine drop. You got 3 of those vehicles, and there's actually some Humvees here for defense. But once again, the armies are just sneaking through. USA Laser has probably the best defense in the game. The EMP Patriots won't do much versus infantry, so you can counter them pretty easily.
We'd like to see some bit of synergy from our right side team in terms of the use of their generals' powers here. Using them in combination to take out kind of the forward rank of base defenses and then following it up with a large attack.
Ooh,
this is one of the most effective means that we've seen so far.
Tech Terror. But nice Lotus disabled, didn't get any of these units. Good reaction time there from Xezon.
Really nicely played.
Oh, Exile GG.
He does GG out.
It was a yellow. He didn't have much left though, did he?
Not really, no. Probably just hands up in control of the tunnel networks and any cash he had to Dominator. It's nice to win to Dominator. That's probably the best choice. It's the other GLA. So he's going to have even more tunnel networks to use now.
Yeah, it's like monopolizing the tunnel market.
So that's really nice. That's a really nice cardboard bomb machine. That's what I was after. Just gives so much easier for these Overlords to now push through the tunnel networks without fear of having the ECMs pathing in front and losing those.
Rangers do Firebase.
Get him! They're going for the garrison, I think.
He actually gets in, but that garrison should be pretty weak. I don't think that'll last. Yeah, grass. a single shell from that Firebase took him out. Man. That was very misleading.
Yeah. Not world's best garrison, so. Another push going down the bottom here. Chimera's moving some V's out from the looks of things. 10 strike comes in, takes out the oil derrick, denying that economy. Not quite a big of an army here for Xezon. Down to the last few overlords as well as those ECMs and GATs. As well as the Lotus up there as well, so certainly win an engagement, but probably not against this many Vs. Search and destroy.
The problem with only having 2 players now for the West team is they only have 1 Anthrax bomb. Having double Anthrax would have been very deadly versus the Humvees and Ambos, versus the ECMs and GATs, and so, well, this battle bus gonna be cleaning up though. Oh, the 1 Humvee survives. There's actually some supplies left.
It's going to be the Chinook denied, however. Really, it's going to be a game that comes down to late economy.
It also means there's only going to be 2 heroes. What do you call like Lotus?
Yeah, heroes units.
Hero units.
Yeah.
So that makes a big difference too. Jarm in the late game, Lotus Burton, very important, especially when you're versing things like overlords. Commanders, I think I was going to say. Commander units. But I guess hero is probably better.
Yeah.
I mean, hero sounds very MOBA-ish though. Where commander sounds better. Because I think in Red Alert 3, when you see a commando unit, it says enemy commando detected, and it flashes, and it's like, you know, Yuriko or Natasha or whatever. So I think it's probably commando.
Whereas here the voice lines are very specific. Enemy Black Lotus detected.
Yeah. We have discovered that enemy is Jean Mankel. But it's kind of weird because Lotus doesn't really look like a commando, does she? But oh man, this is Humvee no-go zone. Rather, Helix no-go zone, I mean.
It's toe time, man.
Yeah, any Humvees left here will be towed. Someone Photoshop that.
That needs to be a thing. CNC memes, looking at you.
Yeah. Well, this is actually dragging out. I didn't think it would go for this long.
I still don't really know who's in the lead here.
Well,
I'm still guessing, as you were discussing General's powers and commander abilities, that it is our right side team, but...
I mean, I haven't been looking at the economy. There's a decent amount of hackers here. What about the other players? I'm just trying to make sure we don't miss any action here, but I still don't really see much. All I see is that internet center for Sexie. Xezon is out, so I believe, yeah, this is all he has left. Whereas Ringo, he must have a decent amount of drop zones, or even then, is it only, what, 1? Wow, okay, so...
Yeah, 3 or 4 black markets. 4
Yeah.
black markets.
Is that a Castile that I heard? But anyway, there's a Jarman here. An EMP! I don't think it's half the army. Nice dodge coming out of Ringo. It was 2 Ambos as well, so that wasn't really that significant. Only 1 V.
It's a really good evac coming in here as well. Dominator's going to defend in addition to these missile defenders coming in. If this V gets collapsed upon, but that's a nice MiG strike coming in as a counter from Sexie. MiGs are a really nice choice. All of those missile defenders going to be denied from the Vs here, and that means the Dominator has to pull back. He's actually going to lose a battle bus here. The army from Xezon looking really good. There's a bit of infantry in the area to recap these Jarman snipers as well.
Yeah, I think we have some Pathfinders in these Vs as well. MiG sniping down these missile defenders. Dominator's cornered in his base, but looking for a surround are these Humvees.
Slowly whittling down the defense here. There are still a number of V quads in the area, and there's always the ever-present threat of the V army coming in from Ringo and just collapse, and this certainly could be the time to do it. A lot of these mines can be blown up as well. Quad's going to be coming in. The Lotus is actually surviving for now, healing off those Ambos.
Yeah, that was the shutdown on that bus. Only 2 overlords remain, and not a lot of missile defenders because of that MiG strike, but still should be enough.
Nice carpet bomb coming in. Gonna be dodged though. Good vision.
Yeah, if that was comboed with something else.
Yeah.
a 10 EMP.
Or even if it ran the Vs into the army of overlords, that's also a possibility.
But, yeah,
I don't even know if they can win this.
That's what I was saying. Is that even what Xezon wants? Does he want to force an engagement? I have a feeling the answer is no. MiGs are going to be nice, but they're not trading that efficiently, given that they are actually empty Humvees. The real problem here was that Xezon went for this all-in with his overlords, and it didn't work. And as a result, there's no nuke MiGs. That's generally what you would see. Lotus actually going to get shut down. Well, yeah, shutting down with Humvees, and that's a big blow. Lotus going to be expensive to rebuild. Jarman Snipe gets the overlord. Whoa! Carpet Bomb gets a lot of quads, and that Battle Master, that's all of the army of Dominator.
I'm not sure if Dominator was potentially thinking the Carpet Bomb was going to drop further in and it actually dropped right on top of the tunnel network he popped from.
Okay, we have a Helix here, going to be cleaning out the rest of these Vs. There was a MiG strike before that one as well, and the Overlord was actually captured. This was by a guy, Chimeria. He dropped off something from one of his Vs, so that won't fall into enemy hands. That was a very, very nice Helix.
Yeah, Sexie's Helix micro is on point as always. And he's starting to clean up because Dominator completely out of quads. He lost about 10 quads during that tunnel pop, and now the Helix has free 360-degree rain.
Yeah, that Helix, the spinning that he's doing, I mean, it's a great micro trick.
Yeah.
Because the problem is if you just click on a building, the Helix often flies over it, and you don't actually fire. Yeah. It's really frustrating. It just looked funny, and you kind of feel sorry for
I actually want to see how to do that micro. That's
you just
pretty
click
cool.
around in a square.
I guess that's what it does.
That hard, but gonna be actually stealing cash. Very, very nice play there by Xezon. Yeah, Xezon stealing some cash. You may lose this Lotus though. Scumbag Chimeria. Chimeria, please.
Save the
Chimeria,
Lotus.
please.
Save Lotus lives.
Bad teammates.
Right. I'm not even sure what was revealing the Lotus. Maybe he scanned for it.
Unit lost.
There are some spy drones around, but there wasn't one there. So the game still is going on, and the question is, who has a better economy? I think the answer is actually Sexie. It's Sexie or Dominator. It's definitely one of these two. So this game could certainly be a battle of Sexie v Dominator.
No, it's going to be going straight for the internet center, and it hasn't been scouted out. They're not going to dodge it. Who had the better economy machine?
Well, it was briefly for a moment there. No. That's just, man, trying to late game. But again, you can just split up your hackers. You don't have to use the internet center.
I actually tend not to, especially in the scenario where there are so many generals' powers that can just one-shot your entire late game economy.
Yeah, I think you want to use it, but you don't want to have all your eggs in the basket. You want to split them up. Or if like you have so many hackers, it doesn't even matter if you lose your internet center. I guess it depends who you're versing, because if you're versing GLA, they don't have any nukes.
No.
Well, they like nukers in general's powers that kill it. All they have is the Anthrax bomb, which is the opposite. In that case, you don't want to be out in the open. Dominator GG's. So now it's Ringo. The EMP comes through. There's a palace there. This Helix is in the air. That's it. GG. Right team wins. Xezon, Sexie, and Chimeria. That was actually such a strange game, because generally you'll see a much bigger investment of the late game economy. And I kind of misread that. I thought that there actually was a lot of late game economy there for the left team, the west side. But yeah, just no one really had that much economy. Dominator, as you can see, pulled ahead there. He had a fair bit of black markets. Man, how disastrous was that evac though?
That was not great. That was a full tunnel of quads.
Yeah,
it certainly turned the game. Yeah, and a battle bus, of course. Yeah, that was a game changer for sure. That was definitely a Dominator pop expecting the Carpet Bomb to go further. So clearly he had an important building on the other side of that tunnel. He's like, oh, he's going for the important building, like a black market or something. And there's, oh wait, it's right on top of my tunnel network. So,
yeah. I mean, I said it before. The nuke MiGs should have been the transition. But I guess the China Inf MiGs and Assault Helixes are pretty good as well. But if there's just a crazy amount of Tovies with missile defenders, then it kind of nullifies your Helixes and even MiGs to an extent, like Napalm MiGs, so long as there's Avengers and stuff mixed in. Whereas the nuke MiGs, you just suicide them, and it doesn't even matter if you lose them, because you're just gonna kill so much with them. Anyway, yeah, that was a nice game. I mean, it was I feel like that map could be pretty awful because of how campy, like how choke pointed it was, but it's certainly something different and something new. So always happy to see people playing on different maps other than the standard ones, DEFCON, TD, Fallen Empire, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you have any great replays similar to this, do send them in. We're always keen to get our hands on some cool replays, as long as you think it's a high level game that has a lot of action and such.
Thank you for joining us.